Don't I look cute? So today we are going to be filming a first impressions / full face one brand using e.l.f. So I have tried a few things from e.l.f. in the past. I have tried their lipstick. This shade I haven't tried. This one is in Tea Rose, but their matte lipstick in the shade Natural. It's so good. Like, for me, for my skin tone, it's amazing. So I've tried that. I've tried their brow gel, and I loved those two products. So I thought I would order a bunch more. We don't have e.l.f. as prevalently as in Canada as you do in the US. It's pretty hard to come by. When they do have it, it's just like a couple items. So we have it at Walmart here. We don't have Target anymore. So that's pretty much the biggest problem. I keep looking at the products. I don't know why. So I've never used any of these before. I'm excited to see what happens. I ordered them all online, and so I don't know if I got the right colors. From looking at the foundation and the concealer, I think the concealer is going to be too dark, and I think the foundation is going to be too light. So it might look really messed up. So yeah, don't judge. So let's just dive right in, shall we? So first we are going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I have giant pores, so I'm excited to see how this works. Ooh, it's a bit oily and like separated. I don't know why that is. So it has kind of like a chemically mint scent to it. And it feels really greasy on my skin. Like it was separated, so I don't know if I had to like shake it. But usually you don't have to shake a primer. So next I'm going to use the oil-free SPF 15 sunscreen in the shade Sand. So don't mind my L'Oreal Beauty Blender that has 4 bite marks out of it because I have a baby, okay? And he likes to bite things. Oh, it's like a very moussey consistency. I like this so far. If you guys can see, it doesn't like drip off. It is very thick and moussey, and I love foundations like that. The coverage is pretty good. It's like medium, but buildable, I feel. This is actually really nice. It's not seeping into my pores yet. You never know what happens in a few hours. The color is actually a really good match for my skin. It looks lighter on camera because of probably the SPF and the lights. So I like that. Now I like to apply my eyeshadow primer before I apply my concealer. So I'm going to apply the primer, and this is, I don't know, just an eyeshadow primer. So we'll see what happens. So now moving on to concealer, I got the, I don't know the names of any of these things. I'm so well prepared. I'm so professional. So this is in the shade Fair, and it is like the, I don't know, liquid concealer. Oh God, I suck. It's too dark. It's like a very grayish undertone to it. This is in the shade Fair, so you'd think that it would be pretty fair. I even have a tan right now. As I said with the foundation, it looks brighter on camera than it actually is. And this would be good for covering up zits and stuff because it's pretty much my skin tone, but I didn't want it to be my skin tone. I wanted it to be a shade lighter than my skin tone, so. But I like the consistency. So we'll see what the coverage is like and the blendability. So I actually like the way it blended out. We'll see throughout the day if it gets into the fine lines and the creases and stuff. It's very creamy. It's very nice. I actually do like this. I just wish the undertone wasn't so gray. If you have a very neutral undertone, you might like it, but no one's really that neutral. Like, that was neutral. So now to set, I'm using the contour palette, and thank God there is a nice light shade there because that might help. It's not even that light, actually. I can't win. We're gonna see if this works for setting under the eyes. So I just like to set the areas of my face that crease. So pretty much the areas of my face where I wrinkle. When you're old, you'll understand. So now I'm going to use the bronzer. This is in the shade Golden. I didn't realize when I purchased it that it was going to be shimmery. It's not overly shimmery. It just has a kind of pearlescentness to it. So it is like a quad kind of, and you just mix all the colors together. I don't usually wear shimmer bronzers, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to. I don't like wearing shimmer bronzers. It feels like I just put a highlighter all over my face. It didn't really add any bronziness. I feel like this is more of like a highlight palette. Like, it's not, this is a no. This is a no. So to kind of fix that, actually add some bronze, I'm going to go back into the contour kit and I'm going to use this shade over here to add some bronze. I feel like you really have to build this up. Like, this is taking a long time. It's adding a little bit of color, but not as much as I would want. And I don't even like when my bronzers are super pigmented. So now let's try and contour using the dark shade. So this one's actually pretty nice. If you're buying it just for the contour shade, then I guess it's worth it. So this is actually pretty nice. It looks very deep in pan, but once it's on your skin, it doesn't. So now we're going to use the highlight shade. Sorry for blinding you. There, the highlight shade here. So this actually highlights really nice. The only thing is that it looks a little powdery on the skin, and it won't work for deeper skin tones. I would say like medium to deep. I'm pretty fair. Right now I have a tan and it's even looking a little too light for me, but I digress. So now for blush, I ordered Mellow Mauve. It doesn't look as mauve in real life. And it has kind of a blue pearlescentness to it. On camera, it looks pretty matte, but there is a slight sheen to it that's blue. So I do like this. I feel like a disco ball right now though, because the bronzer that I put on before has left a residue of shimmer. So this is actually really nice because it's buildable and it's delicately pigmented, which I love in a blush. I don't want a super pigmented blush, so I like this. And it's very blendable and natural looking, and yeah, it's good. So now moving on to brows, I have used this brow product in the past and I really like it. The only problem is for summer weather, I would not wear it because it is not budge proof at all. So if you're okay with that, then you would really like this. It's very creamy. It's very easy to work with. So now moving on to eyeshadow. I have used this palette before, so this is not new to me. It's the only thing that's not new to me in this tutorial. So it is the Mad for Matte. I wish I had the new one, or like the number 2, because it's so pretty. It's more of warmer shades, and it has like a really pretty, I think it has a really pretty purple in it, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna use the just basic regular Mad for Matte palette. I do like this palette. It's pretty good. I think a lot of the shades kind of look similar once they're on the skin, so that's the only thing that kind of sucks. And I wish there was more of a light pop, if you will, for like highlighting and for the center of the lid. There's not much of that. It's, as you can see, it's more dark shades, but it's still a very nice palette for the money. First, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. So now I'm going to grab this chocolatey, nope, not that one, this shade right here, this chocolatey brown shade, and we're going to put that into the crease. And then I'm going to use that shade again and just apply it at my lash line. And then I'm going to go in with this pinky shade here and apply it in the highlight areas, so under the brow and in the inner corner. So as you can see, this has like no payoff, this shade. So I'm actually going to go back in to the contour palette and use that highlight to do the inner corner. So that worked much better. And now I'm going to use the Rose Gold Liquid Eyeshadow. Never used this. Very excited because it looks very pretty. So hopefully this looks good. I have a feeling it's not going to dry down though. And it's going to look, or it's going to crease a lot. Hopefully I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. So when I blend it with my finger, it does kind of blend away to nothing. Not nothing, I would say, but more like a highlight. It applies, it's very easy to blend out, but it kind of blends out too much, if you know what I'm saying. It's pretty, it's very subtle. It's more like a liquid highlighter. I want to try it as liquid highlighter, but I won't do it in this video. So next we're going to use the eyeliner. So this is just the regular jet black eyeliner, typical, and it's on a brush, not a felt tip brush. I prefer the felt tip with this kind of applicator. So it's not as black as I was hoping for, and it doesn't dry down completely matte. So, I mean, it's okay. For the price, it's good, I guess. So I also got some false lashes from e.l.f. These are the Luxe Lash Kit lashes in the, like shade, sorry, style Flirtatious. So these look really pretty, so I'm really excited about these. So these lashes are subtle AF, but they're pretty if you're looking for a subtle lash. So now moving on to lips, I got the lip liner in Natural. And I love the lipstick in the shade Natural, so I figured this one would be good. So I love this color. The shade is different from the shade Natural in the lipstick line. This is more of a peachy natural shade, but it's so pretty. It's like your lips, but better and peachier. So now the lipstick that I'm using is in the shade Tea Rose. So this is more of a dusty pink. It is very bluish undertone. So I don't know how it'll look with this lip liner, but we'll see. The texture of the lipstick is very creamy and feels very hydrating and nice, but light on the lips. So these are so good. Get all the shades. So I love this shade. It's so pretty. It would look much better when I don't have a tan because it's a little too pink for having a tan, but it's so pretty. I love it. I love it! So this is the finished look. Nothing crazy. You know, it's pretty much like an everyday, very glowy because of that bronzer. Very glowy, everyday look. I like it. I liked pretty much all the products for the price point. You really can't go wrong. So I recommend you guys get it. I did not like this though, the bronzer. For the price point even, I wouldn't get it. It might be okay as like a body luminizer. So I might try it for that, but if you're using it for your face, it's a no. It's a big no from me. But everything else was really nice. I was very impressed with the products. I just think my concealer shade choice could have been a little better. But other than that, I really recommend everything. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.